OSU when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Ohio State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Ohio State pulled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Man, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big plays. Ohio State did a year ago. Can this team handle the moment now against the new Michigan team?
Well, oftentimes in great rivalries like this, the game is going to go right down to the wire. And that loss last year, that really propelled Michigan this offseason. They did extra sprints. They spent extra time in the weight room. Fourth quarter, that was a major point of emphasis all offseason, getting ready for this one. They know they've got to dial in this one late.
Trying play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Buckeyes are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Extra grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. And now on second down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. If you do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping him.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So Michigan's offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the field. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Dropping back, it's Randall. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field? You got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ready to try the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. These 2 first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
That's so much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that embrace the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Chambers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air, it's Randall. On the run, still looking. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Spillman.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Tripped up for the tackle.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know, if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Spillman. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Looking to throw, it's Randall. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground. Quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone. Know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Turning it on! Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Pulls it, fire complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Back to throw. It's Randall. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets the give. stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He'll take a shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Randall. Caught. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the catch. It's James. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for a man. It's Randall. Got his man. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The Wolverines have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Spillman. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They feed him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dan.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Makes the grab. It's Hardy. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Randall. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. They're going to mark him just inches short of getting that first down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Personal foul. Look at the pass.
Good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push and just kind of give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking for a gap. It's Cox. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so.
There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaking on the ground.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch on the left. Finds some room. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the inside give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Gets it past the marker. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Chambers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Chambers. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going for the big play. He's got it down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Offense breaks the huddle on third down.
42 Spiders.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Tight end now in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he drops the throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Complete to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the arrow on the time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Randall. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Wolverines will go for it here on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north.